Right guys, so I'm in Keighley at the minute, but we're not stopping here today. We're hopping on the Worth Valley Heritage Railway on this really cool steam train that I've just showed you, and heading to a little village called Haworth. I'm meeting my dad somewhere here today. Just wanted to get a decent shot of that train before it sets off. So yeah, hold on, intro coming soon, and yeah, I'll see you in Haworth. Right, so I hope you enjoyed that little look into the Worth Valley Steam Railway and how I got here to Haworth today. And some of you might have noticed that recently on the channel I've been travelling all over the country and going to quite a few big cities, and it feels like I've not done a quaint little Yorkshire destination in absolutely ages. So I've decided I wanted to rectify this. So yeah, with that being said, hey up and welcome to Haworth. A quaint little village here in the Worth Valley in West Yorkshire, and famously home to the Brontë sisters. Now, let me tell you, this village is an absolute gem in Yorkshire. It's full of heart, full of history and full of charm. The village is also very proud of its Brontë history. As I said before in the intro, it was home to the Brontë sisters, and it's where they wrote all of their famous novels like Jane Eyre and Wuthering Heights. The village is also home to what's called the Brontë Parsonage Museum, which is a Grade 1 listed building and was their childhood home, I think, where they spent their entire lives. And it's just this building here behind me. I'll show you it after the intro. And this museum receives hundreds of thousands of tourist visitors every single year, and stands not only as a testament to the literary genius of the Brontë sisters, but also to the pride that the village has for this piece of its history. Haworth, however, isn't all about the Brontë sisters. It's also home to some fantastic real ale drinking spots, and hopefully that's what I'm going to be showing you today. So yeah, we're going to head down the town's famous main street, which is home to loads of independent shops, bars, cafes, that sort of thing, and it largely serves the tourists who come to the village, but it also serves the locals as well. So yeah, we're going to wander down this old Victorian cobbled street, hopefully find the top real ale spots here in Haworth, and drink some fantastic English ales. So if that sounds like good fun to you, then join us and let's have a wander. So yeah, that is the Brontë Parsonage Museum. I've never been, but my dad has, and he says it's a fantastic visit, well worth it if you're about. But you might have noticed we're up at the top of the main street. People who know Haworth will know that we got off at the train station at the bottom, and we've walked all the way up to the top. We've decided it's going to be a lot easier to do this pub crawl starting at the top and going downhill than the other way around. So yeah, our first pub of the day, I believe, is called the Old White Lion. Now, if you go further up, there is another pub called the Sun Inn, I think, but we starting here, we've got plenty to go at today. It's just if you're out for a full day and you want to do an extra pub, you can go a bit further up and do one more. But yeah, we're gonna try this Old White Lion. Hopefully we've got some good beers on. I do have a feeling we're going to end up with a lot of Timothy Taylor's beers today, given our proximity to Keighley, but I could be wrong, we'll see. And yeah, let's have a wander. Change of plan. The Old White Lion doesn't open till 4 PM, so we're going to head to the pub number 2, the King's Arms. Let's see what beers they've got on. It's a Bridge House Brewery pub, so I'm guessing they have Bridge House Brewery beers, but yeah, we'll see. Can I do a pint of the rum and raisin stout?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yes.
Yeah, we've gone for the Bridge House Brewery Bramwell rum and raisin stout, or whatever it is. The 4.5% rum and raisin dark beer anyway. Yeah, so we're going to give this one a go. But first, big thank you to John S for getting these ones in. Thank you for your very generous round. I really appreciate that one. If you fancy getting me a beer, there's a link in the description below. So yeah, let's give this rum and raisin stout a go. That's pretty good actually. It's for a 4.5%. It's got a really, really nice creamy body to it. And it's a little bit on the sweet side probably for me, but there is definitely a little rum note that comes through there. Not a bad little first pint really. Cheers. Okay, so that was the King's Arms. Pretty good start to our little crawl today actually. The rum and raisin stout was a little bit sweet for me for a pint. It'd have been alright if I'd had half, but yeah, it was a bit too sweet of a pint for me. And the one thing that kind of spoiled that pub a little bit was the music that was playing. It was a bit loud for the sort of time of day, and it was a bit rubbish, is the only way I can describe it. So yeah, I think it would be a straight up better pub if it didn't have the music playing, but still a great start to the crawl. Anyway, we're right over the road now to the Haworth Brewing Co. Let's go check this place out. Stout again, I think. Can we get a pint of the stout?
Yeah.
Right, okay, take three. So we're here in the Haworth Brewing Co. and I got myself a pint of Toad Lad, the best bitter anyway. And yeah, we've done all right today so far because I was expecting Timothy Taylor's everywhere, and we've got a Bridge House beer and a Haworth Steam beer. So not a bad start. Let's give this bitter a go anyway. Another nice beer actually, very, very creamy for a best bitter, and it's got a nice initial fruity flavour, which when you first take a sip you think it's a bit sweet, but it's very rapidly balanced out by the bitter notes. Yeah, it's very, very drinkable, that bitter. Definitely could sit and have a few of them. Cheers. Okay, yeah, so a bit of a windy one now, but that was the Haworth Steam Brewing Company, and a very sort of well decked out micro pubby type spot, brew pub. Apparently it didn't used to look like that until very recently, when it shut in January for a big refurb, and that's sort of freshly done, that pub. So yeah, very nice, great pint of bitter, friendly barmaid as well. So yeah, fantastic little spot, that definitely worth a visit. And we've got the Black Bull next, which is another one right nearby, so I'm there already. So yeah, we're gonna pop in here, see what they've got. Definitely cask beers, but it seems like this one might be another one that's a little bit more foodie. So yeah, we'll see what it's like when we get in, but yeah, let's have a look.
Oh, sorry.
They can't get out. Just put a little stick through it.
You want half of that, yeah? Yeah, just half. Can I get a pint of landlord and half a holy cow, please?
Yeah. But I like it. All heat. It's a beautiful sound. All heat.
That was your holy cow.
Thank you.
Yeah. Excuse me. Don't leave you hanging. Even like this one, I didn't. It wasn't on my road. We could have been doing this for the past 2 years.
You never know, right? You just survive.
Right, okay. Annoyingly, they started blasting music right as I was about to start filming this drink video. So I've nipped outside just to give this holy cow a go. From Bridge House Brewery, the same one that we had in the first pub, but this is a 5.6%. I think it described itself as a hoppy amber ale or something like that. So yeah, let's give it a go. I mean, it's pretty quiet in there. It doesn't seem like much of a real ale pub, so I'm a bit worried about this. Might be a sour pint from the lines, we'll see. I know, it's perfectly pleasant. It's a nice fruity type hoppy, you know, sort of that grapefruity taste that you get in some of them, but it's not too much. It's not a complete bomb. Not much malty character to it, just sort of hoppy initially and then a bitter finish. Yeah, not too bad, but glad I got half. Cheers. Okay, so that was the Black Bull. Not a bad little spot actually. It looked a bit rough and ready on the inside, but decent beers. We both were pleasantly surprised. We thought we might get a bit of a sour in the pipes beer, because we are here. It's about 2 o'clock, but it's quite quiet today in Haworth, so yeah, we were a bit worried. But yeah, fantastic little spot. I think we've got 3 more on the list to do today. Continuing down the Main Street hill, and yeah, hopefully find some more good beers. So yeah, let's have a wander. Okay, so the next pub on our list is called the Fleece Inn. And I believe it's the only good beer guide pub here in Haworth. And I'm pretty sure it's a Timmy Taylor's spot, so we'll definitely be getting a Timothy Taylor's beer in there. Maybe a landlord might treat myself. Yeah, we're just heading all the way down this monster hill again, and hopefully this pub is open. Let's have a look. Yeah, here it is. We found it right at the bottom of the main street actually, and yeah, tell you what, I'm glad we went to the top and worked our way down rather than the other way around, because it is a monster hill, this one. But yeah, let's see what Timmy Taylor's beers have got on, see if we can get something interesting. If not, it'll be the landlord. Let's have a look. Right, take two. Got myself a half of the Knoll Spring, which I'm pretty sure is actually a beer I've never had before today. So even though I've seen it all over the shop, but I've never actually gone and got one. So yeah, let's give this a go, see how it is. As you see, it's very, very pale. See how it tastes. Yeah, nice. Bitter, a little bit hoppy, quite crisp actually as well. It's a nice easy drinking beer, very, very easy drinking. You could just sup that like it were water. Yeah, cheers. Okay, yeah, that was the Fleece Inn, a Timothy Taylor's pub and the only good beer guide pub here in Haworth. But to be honest with you, we were a little bit disappointed in it. The beer was absolutely spot on. There's no complaints about that whatsoever, but it was sort of very, very much, it felt more like you were in a restaurant, like a hotel restaurant, than it did like you're in the pub. There was loads of families in there eating, which, you know, is fair enough. And then they didn't seem, I managed to get a few shots and managed to convince them to let me film the pump clips, but they didn't seem right keen on me showing you the pub, unfortunately. So I don't know how much I'll be able to show you, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, yeah, we've got a couple more on our list today, and we're just coming up to one now that looks a bit interesting actually. It's called the Tap and Tonic. And I'm not really sure what to expect, other than I think it has a very eclectic range of drinks like champagne, cocktails, keg beers, cask beers, all that sort of thing. So yeah, let's go in and see what it's like. Oh yeah. There's only one on. One's better than none. No, yeah. Especially this time of year, but.
Yeah.
Right, we've found the Tap and Tonic, and we've gone for a Great Scott Tiny Rebel Brewery's Hazy Session Pale Ale, 3.4%. Let's give this one a go. Tell you what, pleasantly surprised with that, considering I'm not a big fan of your hoppy pales. Very orangey, incredibly orangey, like it sticks in the sort of back of your tongue, that sort of orange note, and not super hoppy at all. It is literally almost like drinking an alcoholic orange juice. Very, very tasty indeed, but I can see why it might not be some people's cup of tea. Cheers. say the wind's picked up is an understatement right now. It's mental out here. But yeah, that was the Tap and Tonic. Now, that was definitely the beer of the day. It was just really, really nice, well balanced, juicy, had a very orange juice flavour to it. I just really, really enjoyed that pint. And I really, really like that spot actually. Just calm, relaxed, very friendly, a little bit, maybe if you want to sort of critique it a little bit, maybe a little bit girly, I suppose is what you call it, but still, I just, for me, that was one of the top spots of the day so far. I just had a great time in there. But yeah, and you could feel your stress level dropping as you went in. The next spot we're going to is called the Haworth Old Hall Inn, which supposedly dates back to the 1600s, and I believe is still a functioning inn with rooms and all that sort of thing. So yeah, we're going to have a look in. Not sure what beers they got, I'm not sure what it's going to be like, but yeah, let's see. Hopefully we get another good pint in there. Alright, it's really nice entryway into this pub. Let's go in and see what beers they've got. My god, this weather's really turned since we've been in the Tap and Tonic.
Just be a second.
Yeah, no bother. Right, we're in the Old Hall Inn, and I've got myself a Marston's 61 deep, 3.8% pale ale, and it was £4.95 a pint. And for all the people that always wonder what the price of the pints are going to be like, and I always forget to tell them, I think it's been sort of £4.55 a pint in this in Haworth, generally speaking. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, we'll give this Marston's a go, which is pretty sure it's one of the few Marston's I've never had before. So yeah, hopefully it's nice. Yeah, it's not bad actually. It's quite lemony. Sort of very, very little bitter finish or anything like that to it. Slightly malty, I suppose. So malty and lemony type pale ale. Not a load to it, but very, very drinkable. Cheers. Right, yeah, that was the Haworth Old Hall Inn. An absolutely fantastic little spot to finish on, actually. We weren't expecting too much from it, because if you sort of look at it online on the camera website, it just says it has hobgoblin, and we weren't too sure what it was going to be like. But yeah, cracking spot, absolutely fantastic pub, exterior and interior. Clearly just very, very old. And the only thing I'd say that let it down is it's another one that just had rubbish music playing. There's just no need for it whatsoever. But yeah, we had a really good time today in Haworth actually. The walk down Main Street was really good. It was just a shame that we missed out on the first pub, the Old White Lion. I'm sure that would have been a very good spot to go in, but it didn't open till 4 PM today, which surprises me because we're here on a Friday in a school holiday. So I actually thought maybe I'd messed up here and it was going to be really busy, but yeah, it wasn't, and unfortunately some of the pubs weren't open. But yeah, great little walk down the hill. If I were you, I'd definitely start at the top and work my way down, because it's a very steep walk, and I probably wouldn't want to be walking uphill after a couple of pints. And yeah, so Haworth, fantastic spot, well worth a trip if you're thinking of going somewhere around here. And while you're here, why not visit the Brontë Museum and have a little history lesson while you're here. Anyway, we're gonna sort of speed walk back now because the last train is at 4 PM, which is very early for a last train. We could get a taxi, but we're here now, so we may as well try and get that train because we got a ticket. And yeah, I think for me, the pub of the day was actually probably the Tap and Tonic. I just thought it had a really nice, relaxed vibe, and the beer was fantastic. It was my favourite beer of the day. We had the barmaid was really nice, very friendly. Yeah, it was just a really calm atmosphere in there, and we both really enjoyed it. But to be honest with you, the other standouts for me were the Haworth Steam Brewing Co. and the last spot. They were all fantastic and well worth the trip. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do try and leave a like and a subscribe. That helps me out the most. And obviously if you subscribe, you'll see get notifications and stuff for my future videos. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. And remember, support your local pub. Cheers.